yesterday. I wake this morning with a lot of people requesting me for check the tweet from the Vice President of India, the visit where he be make na salon. Inside the various tweets the way he do there, one or two in particular be they will stand out. And the tweet where they talk about, now also I say he appreciate the commendable work where the charitable hospital when a Choithram charity hospital they give na salon in the field of healthcare and in providing free medical treatment facilities to the poor and the needy. Again, he appreciates the commendable work, the good work, the work we person they do, where means say you for clap for them, where means say you for glad for them. In a way, a manner way, that work day, na for say, na charitable hospital, na and they do, in the field of healthcare, and also in providing free medical treatment facilities. Other one he talk say he happy for visit the Choithram Charity Hospital. He hashtag Sierra Leone VP in Africa and all those things. So a lot of Sierra Leoneans them come on social media, just like how they pour their messages in the on my phone, say, is Choithram a charitable hospital or hospital with a salon for make money? So I say, you know what, we get to Sierra Network family them. Make we ask the question. And other people can go dig. We show we against say, even the Ministry of Information and Communication, when they want to announce to the people of Sierra Leone, say, the Vice President of India get for cancer loan, there is a quote where the inside the press release for tell we say, upon the Vice President arrival in salon, they expect time for visit the President and the Speaker of Parliament, and also visit the Choithram Charity Hospital. Then they come up back from the government of Sierra Leone, the Ministry of Information. So, two people now don't tell we say charity, the word charity. So I take upon myself, I say, you know what, maybe now we not be understand with the work we Choithram they do. I say make a check the website. When I go na the website, I see say Choithram say, then a Choithram Memorial Hospital. Then to Choithram Charity Hospital. But instead of the charity hospital, then a memorial hospital. But if you dig further, you will find out say Choithram Charity Hospital is in India. Now they. And we all know say Choithram Hospital na salon is linked to India. So it makes you wonder, how was Choithram Hospital formed, created, born, established? Whose hand then take come inside salon? We dey like it today. If it be say, there's another article where they say Choithram supposed to be a charitable hospital. So what thing happened to the one where we get in a salon? We no make them charitable. But Choithram say, let them clarify something between we. They say they regret for the wrong mention of the name of the hospital. The Vice President say Choithram Charity Hospital, but he not left and they not on just the name. He carry on for say a commendable work which Choithram they work. So in that aspect, the one then say they regret for the wrong mention of name. But that commendable work where then they provide free work for poor and needy. Then tell we say the hospital alone they provide regular service at discounted price. So who that don't go Choithram, who don't get discounted price, do ya make let we know. And also they say free of cost to the deserving and poor patient. This now waiting Choithram then they tell we now. Deserving and poor patient free. Would I don't ever go Choithram Hospital and Hill Station, we don't get free service day, or we know somebody we don't get free service day, please make we know. He say others pay the normal cost. The hospital they conduct free camp from time to time to provide exclusive services to the needy. You sabi the one they know them we don't conduct before again. Let we know. Then tell say the next screening camp we then go get for diabetes now the 7th to the 8th of November 2019. And during this camp, the treatment and medication for all the patients that would then go screen go be free. Choithram don't tell we now. Say the 7th to the 8th of November where they come, then go hold a free diabetic screening process. I be just hope say inside this particular one, then for be don't tell we waiting, then we don't give, therefore we don't give we dates them of the one them where them be don't conduct before, not the one where then they can conduct now. Say well in case you not be forget, them particular thing we be don't do them thing, but you know waiting make a whole and day. Account Usman Toli. Yes, Usman Toli. This now waiting Choithram tell we. This now waiting VP say. His submission, sir.
Thank you very much, Triple A. I really appreciate your summary. And I think say you don't lay all the points them clearly at the table. And left to we now for how we digest this information. So some of the information, I'm not going to go over them again for avoid repetition. But I just want to look at some critical aspects in here from the various stakeholders then, from the people in the salon, from the government in the salon, from the hospital itself, and from the India VP when I the Vice President. As you clearly made the stage, we therefore look at the content of the letters then, where the hospital writes, as well as the letter where the government writes. Well, the government of Sierra Leone, the letter where they write, will come out from the Ministry of Information and Communication. And they make mention of the word charity clearly. Then they know to T-way hide. They just confuse me. First of all, let me make this quite clear. When they say charity, it not necessarily means say it's free. It's not that it is free. But when you say a charity, it can be a charge, but not for profit, just for cover your cost. So we don't expect, we the citizens at Salon, we don't expect the service for be absolutely free. But we expect the service to be at a reasonable cost, considering we own standard of living. The problem is the letter where the hospital write and say they will provide best possible care and service to the best desirable people at discounted prices, and that is also free to some patients then. So the question I want to ask is this, because I don't want to go over, I think you don't lay all the stage, all the points then at the stage. I just want to bring in some number of critical questions then to we, the listeners then, and who will contribute. First of all, how when they go about the assessment for nursing, these patients who are hungry, poor, or needy. We who don't visit this hospital, we don't want them going to this hospital. Then give me a form. They say, no, Philam, no, we provide with financial status. Because I remember, me mama, me step mama, and they not hospitalized at the Choithram hospital. And one of the reasons we get from removal from the hospital today, because the cost was too high. And I don't remember where I go to this hospital. They give me a form where ask me about my financial status, the income status. Because I believe if you want to assess the individual, whether he poor, you want to know his income, you want to know his financial status, you got to provide a form with some criteria where they take assess the individual, whether this person, is poor or not. But I believe to a very large extent that most of the listeners today and a good number of the people who don't visit the hospital will confirm, say, there is never a time where they provide a form where they assess the financial needs. So on that basis, I disagree with hospital saying the hospital where they provide best possible care and service at discounted prices or free of cost. That I disagree with. And the other thing again where I want to let you understand is this. As you make it quite clear, say the Indian Vice President sent a tweet. He make it quite clear. And don't forget, he visited the hospital. And when we go to the hospital, they don't get a lot of discussion. And in fact, before they come at the country, he make it quite clearly by a press statement. Say where he come, and they go visit the hospital. So he must not get information beforehand, whether it is a private entity, the hospital, whether it's a private entity or not. But you know and where, because this hospital been on there as since 2004, so over 15 years, I think. So I believe the purpose why the people visit the hospital in the first place, because you know about its existence, and you don't get a prior knowledge, information about the hospital, that make it be a chance for visit the hospital. So on that basis, it gets a good understanding of the working or functions of the hospital. So you believe, the other question, you think that man on that basis, knowing very well that before even the kind of the country, you don't know the existence and the kind of service where the hospital they provide. That man they go repeatedly talk say the hospital now a charitable hospital. That's another question. You don't feel say the response where the hospital make to the VP in India is more damaging to their service. There is a question on the basis of how they manage people's expectation. The management of people's expectation is wrong. provide clearly, say that they provide free of charge. You don't need it. If you know it's not a charity, or even if it's charity, you don't necessarily need it because not charity will provide free care. Be rest assured there is nothing free in Choithram. Let me assure you, because I've been there a few times. They service that hospital is one of the most expensive hospitals in the country. Everybody who I will talk to go ascertain you for say the hospital now one of the most expensive hospitals in that country. I get a lot of people that will know about this. So managing people's expectations, it don't necessarily mean say if you talk to it will provide free service to people there. Because we say charity, it won't necessarily be a free service. But the fact that you don't talk, now the service delivery statement say they provide free care service. So you don't manage the expectations, say, some people when they go in an hospital for go get free service. When it comes to reality, say there is no free service at the hospital. So I think managing people's expectations at the hospital, it contributes more to damaging the hospital's reputation. To crown it all, we all belong there, we don't deliberate on the visit of the Vice President of India, Nasalon. We make a lot of commend them for some of the priorities of some of the good things we plan for bringing in our country. But however, to a very large extent, we worried because this is now a sign of dishonesty to we Sierra Leoneans, considering the discrepancies from both the side of the Indian hospital, the Choithram hospital, going to the VP, the Vice President of India, and also the Sierra Leone government, and to we, the people in Astalon. I think say that be down. And from now onwards, we expect some services in that hospital to be free. So I just want to put questions to the listeners then, the various scholars then, so let me deliberate on this. If anybody, one of the critical questions were asked, why let somebody come up, he say, well, I don't come at this hospital. I want to visit this hospital, they don't give me form, they assess the financial status. One see that person. Then we will agree, say, because now they will know whether this person is poor, because they say they provide free service to the poor people. So under what circumstance, then they know say this person na poor person or na rich person. They don't want to ask you for evidence of the income status in the country when they go to this hospital. So we want somebody where they come up. If somebody come up, or a few people that come up, so indeed they don't assess me financial status. They don't ask me for evidence in the income status. Then people are they're right. But if nobody not come up with this, then I'm sure then people are they try for me, make fools of me. So now this time I want to put on the table. Thank you very much, Tipule. So now give a chance to other callers then, let them keep in their own contribution. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Usman Tholi. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. I come with Mustafa Y. If you know the name, if you don't know, you could tell us small, but himself first before himself give your submission about this topic. Yes, Mustafa Y, you get the platform, sir.
Thank you very much, Tupule. As always, you are doing good service to our country and to the people of Sierra Leone all over the world for keep entertaining, educating our people across the world. I just begin follow up this item this afternoon They don't go viral, and it's all over the place, everywhere. People are talking about it. Sierra Leoneans are concerned. You know, like the last caller mentioned, there are a number of intricate issues for look at as far as what not happened so far today. And I want to begin at how the Sierra Leone population view Choithrams. I think it's very important because they don't cause this concern right now that is being raised. And that's where the operation of the hospital comes into play. But there are two elements where I want to look at. One, that the formation of the hospital itself. That means the legal structure of the hospital, how them being formed. Was it a for-profit organization or was it a non-profit organization? You know, sometimes people play with the jargons where, you know, then two entities then basically can fall under. You are either for profit or you are not for profit. And, you know, within the for-profit organizations, you can get different formations, an LLC, a corporation, and, you know, a sole proprietorship and so forth and so on. And within the non-profit organizations structures, you can get, you know, differences like, you know, a charitable trust, which is what Choithram is. I just want to cite a number of facts before I give my own submission in terms of my own perspective about what happened. As far as today, we don't see the press release from the Ministry of Information. We mentioned saying a charity. Choithram is a charity organization. That is a fact. We'll also see the press release will come out from Choithrams themselves. That seems to disagree with the characterization as a charity entity, but also confirming that then a trust that is being run by a foundation. So then keywords then there I want to let people then pay attention to. A trust, we're not a foundation, they run them. And triply, I think you mentioned the link between the Choithrams Hospital in Sierra Leone and an affiliate in India. And it's quite clear what the affiliate organization in India is, which is a charitable organization. So, like the last caller talk, you know, just because an entity is a charitable organization doesn't make the services they provide to be 100% free. And I want that. And they can get organizations them where they operate at cost. What that means is that then they operate on a cost recovery basis. Whatever they cost, then price them, then they charge if they're able to recover the cost for run their operation, pay their salaries, pay rent, utilities, and so forth and so on. They are not allowed to make profit. If you're not a charitable or non-profit organization, you are not allowed to make profit. And under the laws of Sierra Leone, that's the same. If you register as a non-profit, you are required to file a number of forms them in Sierra Leone, whether you call yourself a foundation or a trust or a charity, whatever you call yourself. If you register as a non-profit, you are tax exempt. And because of that tax exempt status, you therefore able to convince the government that they operate on a non-profit basis. In other words, there are certain things where they do, where either you charge for free, you do them for free, or you charge at cost so that people then go benefit from them. So the play with the words in the press release where I read from Choithrams claiming that they are necessarily not charity, but also then a trust. It's just one for let the public know there's no difference between the two from a professional perspective in terms of business structure, whether in Sierra Leone or in the United States. The other perspective where I want to address is the operation, and but people they don't raise the concerns. Speaker after speaker, comment after comment on your program today don't show say everyone who don't go under don't pay. And nobody not able to justify it or even provide testimony for any free service. Now, Choithrams in the letter, they refer to some screenings wouldn't they do? And of course, you raise a very relevant question that they're not able to show the history of which side they don't do and which then they don't do before. I mean, many hospitals, even for-profit hospitals, then can do screening. Screening is basic services we hospitals then can offer, even then when they went to profit hospitals then. But in this case, there has been no evidence of even that. And also no evidence of any sort of services to people them where be don't pay. The evidence we'll get so far is that people have been paying and a huge amount from a Sierra Leonean standard for the services then within the offer. So the burden of proof is on the hospital for able really address this public concern. Now we don't go viral from the people of Sierra Leone because the reputation of the hospital is at stake. Then therefore come clean and come honest to the people of Sierra Leone. Maybe they were formed on one basis, and along the lines the operation had overlooked what has been happening, and they don't allow themselves to be branded as a for-profit making entity or operate as such and cater to the most affluent within the society, which is what the hospital is known to be today. And if you go to the website...
hold you there quick, Mustafa.
Yeah.
You say the need for come out clean. So you think, say, this press release in no way help them out because them feel, say, then they try to set the record straight on this press release, but taking a deep look at it, you feel, say, it not help them in any way?
No, it's actually, it helps them more than it helps, because they focus on trying to play with the words about charity and trust and foundation and stuff. Those are all one and the same. You are either for-profit or non-for-profit, like our Choithram. The focus is trying to justify their operation in the country. And I think, I don't know if now you or somebody else don't mention, there are legal requirements. For example, in the United States, non-profit organization can actually conduct business-type activities there, but within certain limits. You know, you can see some non-profit can do fundraiser and they sell ice cream some side and they can gather people them. Then they sell ice cream. Then they do something we call business type activities. But those are regulated. There are limits on what you can do, what you can't do. So if they operate an hospital and you charge lump sum, you get for certain aspect of your operation has to be done on a non-profit basis. You get for talk say, you know what, because of so would they treat 1,000 people, we know they afford them. They would treat another 1,000 people who they afford to pay at full cost. So that can balance and maintain. But I don't understand, I think somebody be done mentioned, if the government, if this entity be done, they file the requisite forms them with the government of Sierra Leone. Because as a charitable organization, there are reporting requirements, where for sure say, through either your financial statements or disclosures, where they show say you're operating within the bounds of the law as a non-profit organization. Those are required here in the United States. And I know on the books of Sierra Leone, they are required as well. Because I own the businesses in Sierra Leone. And we are required to file taxes. We are required to file in different forms. So as a non-profit in the country, I'm sure they are filing certain forms. And then forms, then they get specific requirements, then waiting for maintain the status as a non-profit organization. So I think they have to come out a little more and focus on really their operation and the perspective way their operation they show to the people of Sierra Leone, the perception the way Sierra Leoneans get about the entity, And I want to refer you to their website. Even on the website, the About Us section of the website, I think it's the President's statement. Quite interestingly, the President's statement on the website, Mr. K.H. Azad, refers to the hospital, and I'm going to quote this, we shall not be wrong if we call it a health resort than a hospital. Well, if you are a health resort, we all understand the word resort, what I mean. That's luxury, right? And places that are for select people. So, and there's nothing in the statement About Us that talks about charitable, services or services to the poor, services to the less affluent, services to people who cannot afford. There's no such even in the website about the organization. So, if somebody just go on the evidence on waiting data the website, you don't really see anything that can give you a sense of some kind of public service at a non-profit or foundational perception or even a trust perception. So that's the problem. But I think they have to come out a little more on really how they have been operating, how they may organize themselves, whether in fact they have been in compliance with the rules and regulations of Sierra Leone with respect to trustees running trust organizations or foundations. And in fact, even the parent company in India might be concerned because there might be laws in India. They said they have about 27 of these that they are operating now across the world. Maybe those subsidiaries across the world may not have been operating within the bounds of even the laws of India. As we can see, the Indian vice president came to visit a charity entity, and he's proud of the work that they are doing in the country. So there are serious implications here that they will have to really try to address. It's not something where you could just rush with some kind of press release, new jack reaction, which is what I think had just happened.
Before I left you for go, sir, my main reason of bringing this topic, we all know when the vice president goes alone, he made a lot of promises. What if when he go back, he thinks, we really need for help Sierra Leone with medical. Then another school of thought can say, they already have Choithram and they're doing a fantastic job there for the poor and needy. So I don't think we go pursue that again. Let we find other side, carry this one go. You don't think you don't hurt with the people of Sierra Leone since we own perspective we get for Choithram is not for the poor and needy?
Right. I think you're right. That's a valid point. That's a very good point where you make so. If that's actually the objective for let the vice president come and with the government of Sierra Leone foresee how they can help the people of Sierra Leone on areas that they need. So I think, in that respect, it could be a problem. One of the things I want to first cite before I go, because there's a post online claiming to be from the Anti-Corruption Commissioner, and in that post, it states say that this organization was organized, and the government of Sierra Leone gave them free land. So it's, from that post, it seems like the land where they operate in a hill station. We all know the hill station was very expensive. And this hospital was built in the 2000s, the current Memorial Hospital, that is. So they say, based on that post, they say they give them free land because of the claims they made that they were going to be operating a non-profit charity organization. So if the government don't give them free land, we think we don't get back. I guess that's the question. If that can be substantiated, we think the people of Sierra Leone don't get back from the services. Have there been services provided to the poor and needy, like you say? Like the claim, even within the operation, like the last speaker say, when people then go there, then they ask them whether they get money or not. I know most of the people that we talk say they don't pay money. It probably came out of extreme pain because the person is sick, and some man can go even forgo trust money for just pay because they don't want to let the person die. So serious constraints, and some people they get in debt for just meet those ends. So if they're not even ask for financial disclosures, for let able assess your financial status for afford the treatment and be able to establish whether you even need a discounted service or a free service, then the operation is not reflected in the claims of their organization structure. So that is the thing. And if they're not able to get any attestation from the public that these are happening, they can't make it up. It's going to be very difficult to make them up.
All right. Thank you very much, Mustafa Y, for your time. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Make a bring in Tony Ture Jones. Make again in your submission. Yes, Tony, you get the platform.
Yeah, formal them on a cabo on a kushe and this not today. Well, basically some areas the way they look at most of our wife you mentioned in areas then they one I forgot through their books. Just like you likely say, you either register as a non-profit seeking organization or profit seeking organization. But if you look at the premise at which Choithram Hospital was formed, they're in 27 countries. In Sierra Leone, happen to be one of the first countries, then start the establishments. The guy, actually, Choithram, Nami philanthropist, Nami businessman, according to them, at the web page, we believe for give back. So they make them not only saloon and they run this scheme, then they run on 27 countries then. But the question here we will need for ask, we know say Sierra Leone vulnerable, wherein everybody will come, you want for milk or make use of the opportunities we did, because we either get people or some of the politicians have that gullible minds where they just think that anything we offer them. Because I tell you, the only people that they get free services there are the government functionaries. The government people that they serve the government. And then 80% of the people that they go Choithram, because I've been there, I've been admitted at the facilities, it was $50 per night. $50 per night. And most of the people that they go there, as I say, 80%, their bills are being financed or paid for by the organization that they work for. Myself, all the time they don't go on there, na my office they pay. So I know plenty people that they go on there, and they're not the charge. It's like saying a cost recovery basis. Then they charge as if it's a profit-making organizations, because the medications actually they come from India. But one other area where I want to look at again, most of them companies they're like subsidiaries. I mean, accounting we call them subsidiaries, and then you get the holding companies. The holding companies can be the one probably in where the oil quarter go in India, and most time funds that these companies them waiting at their own the holding companies, and they release outside probably then the order 27 when they file the taxes. You understand? Then they claim all those money. They probably might be claiming that this organization with this salon is a non-profit seeking organization. And when they file tax, you understand? Then they use all this so that they present to them, like say, it's a charity that they do in a salon. And anything when they spend, now salon when they spend, so when they make, they deduct them from their tax. So it's like, you don't file tax in America, you know what charity for. So at the end of the day, then they get those money back from their country. So in a nutshell, they're not going to present salon like I say, salon are profits in the make, because probably in their books, just like we said, they probably might be running a charity, because based on the background when they're from Choithram is the guy himself to Kadas, you understand? He said something serious to Kadas, Choithram. We believe in giving back. He say he believe in whatever they make, we want to give back to the community. We see during the UN days, when UN did, this hospital was giving, then say they gave the hospital facility to UN days, because we all know when UN did salon, it was free. They said they were running it at the cost recovery, they don't mean to make money. It was 2006 when they take them back after they rebuilt, then they began running this hospital. So the government here, well, I call government as it says, can set up an inquiry for okay, let us go back into your books for the past 5 years and do and I mean ask certain questions. Are you guys actually running a profitable organization, or you guys are running a non-profit seeking organization? Then the findings they will come up with definitely will answer them. That tells you most of these organizations that comes into Sierra Leone, we now they know of Choithrams. Meaning that the self-upload will say, okay, there was a mistake in whatever that was quoted there. I mean, we have several companies that have come and operated in Sierra Leone where they operate just like that. Even the factims everybody they shout for. We all know exactly what's on social media. We all know how people that they go salon and exploit the people. Exploit the people. Choithram is not cheap. Just like how what I said me they say. It's not cheap. It's an expensive hospital. It's very, very expensive. It's considered as an hospital for the higher class. People who can afford, people who have money. It's not for poor people. The poor people learn that they go to other hospitals. They go say, okay, let we go to Connaught. Let we go to the Nicolo. Let we go to other areas. But Choithram is very, very, very expensive. So this boils down to the fact that people need to ask questions. Now this is an eye opener. I mean, we not go close now. We not go. We just want the records to be straight. Ask question that this is what we just want to clarify. We want to see you guys' books. We want to audit or do a forensic audit and see. Can you guys provide us your statements, your financial statements you've been providing? Let us see if you guys have, because we need to make, just like what I say, it can be a non-profit seeking organization, but it can make profit. Even more some of these organizations that we work for here in the US, some of them, they're non-profit organizations. Even the accounts that you prepare is a non-profit account. But that doesn't mean they're not to get surplus. Because then they get surplus. But at the end of the day, those funds where the coming and surplus has to be rolled back into the project. So let us see if you guys were making, like, say, okay, $1,000 profit, $1,000 profits. Where whose side is $1,000 profits to go? You need to see. You need to ask questions. If Choithram they run as a charitable organization, they must be making surplus because it's a non-profit. They're not making. They're according to them now. If they make $1,000, where is it not $1,000? Okay, we will go on overhead expenses. We will go because we almost a light system over the years have been a crisis. Probably they go say, what will they make from this hospital now? They spend for pay. We look at staff all over. But another thing again, I want to mention about my daughter gets problem with her eye. We get one eye, them they just of late they become lazy. Where they go hospital, mommy, they always can go to church from hospital because they work for the bank. One of the doctor, where I know the name, but now an Indian doctor tell them say they get doctors then we can come from India. And to be frank enough, I'm not being a mouthpiece. I just was good talk about the service enough. They have doctors that we usually can come, even if they go there for 1 month because they try for do something in yeah. But the doctor advised people they can't do this operation in Choithram. They can't even do it in Sierra Leone. The only place they can do it, let them seek for further when they go. So they have those doctors that usually come. You understand? But I don't know, besides I'm not going to get issues, I don't know if they are free. But when the Choithram, they build the bank, you understand, they pay for those services. Even though they will tell you that they have doctors that are coming next month, but when you go there, you pay for those services. But I don't know for them consultants, then if these guys are coming for free. So this boils down to the fact that government has to ask a lot of questions. They have to ask, not government per se, but at least set up some, like where anti-corruption will say, okay, let us know exactly. So people can be know there is nothing wrong in empowering people through information. People need for no. Because now if I not say everybody need to lament on Facebook to say, oh no, it's not free, we are paying, it's expensive, they need to do this. Yes. You understand? So it boils down to a fact where we need for no, but to be frank with you, Choithram is not a cheap hospital. It's a very, very expensive hospital. For me, I think it's a profit-making organization. It's not a non-profit. For Sierra Leone entity, it's a profit-making venture.
All right. Thank you very much, Tony Ture Jones from Boston. Thank you, sir. Most people, they ask, waiting at the topic. The topic for today, we just ask, Choithram Hospital. Na charitable hospital or na money-making hospital? Make I give you example of charitable hospital in a salon. Mabesene. When that name they come up, when they say Mabesene Hospital, what thing you can first think about? When they say Mabesene. Or sometimes when they say Holy Spirit Hospital, na Makeni, what thing can come to mind? Na charity, na for care people and they will not get, where they able to offer services. Just like what Tony say, in their doctors then they come. They don't ever make press release compared to the hospital and they don't ever make press release say, so and so time, doctors then get for come for render then service here. If you then in need of such and such service, register from this time to that time, forget then service here. We they see them press release then they from some of the hospital them now the provinces. Where we consider say they hospital they are kind of charitable hospital where they provide some of them service here free or at low cost. So if you want to take, say, charity hospital, just look at the hospital and they. Even then get one Nakisi, I don't forget the name. But as they say Choithram, waiting they come na your mind. We get to Smantoli, Elaine Foundation. We get Mustafa Y, himself can help for birth rest. We get Tony. We don't finish up. I open the phone line for a short while. If you self get an answer or one for both yes, waiting then 3 people I don't say. Just for a short while, I open the phone line. Choithram Hospital. Non-profit or for-profit? Yes, caller, you did live on here. Your name and who side you call from, please?
Yeah, this is Ayo, the call from US.
Yes, Ayo, you get the platform, sir.
Yeah, I want to just buttress the 3 callers, them, they all make a good point. And what I want to add is, I think, say, that hospital there not for profit, but they register probably as a non-profit, you know. And the thing is, how when people in Canada country, they do them things then they, you know, without the assistance of William, brother and sister them. And then they show them their ways and they wouldn't do them things then they, because they guys they don't know anything about the country. For them to come and establish them kind of thing without the support of somebody from inside, you know. And the other thing is, if they register as non-profit, then they get tax exemption. Then the other guys say they get free land. So they just become they milk the people in the country. And the same thing we talked last week about this same visit of the vice president, but loan and this and that. Well, some of us try to be skeptical people and call the program and try for, they accuse me of not being patriotic, you know, waiting they want from Sierra Leone. Waiting they want from Sierra Leone, and then shows of exploitation. You know, if we don't open the eye, you know, this kind of thing that everybody see on and on and on and on, it never stop. Then how will we rise again? Where this thing just continue unabated? That's my take.
Thank you very much, Ayo. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, I mean, who's friend? I call from Manchester, sir.
Yes, whose friend? You get a platform. What's in your contribution, sir?
Well, I think, say, looking at all the views before the people who don't contribute prior to this, when we call one, I think, say, the areas and rights where they try for talk, say, they get for review and look, within the primary aim, within the sign, whose contract, within the sign, within the kind of condo. But looking at the outlook from the people themselves, what they receive, on the other end, I feel, say, is not a charitable one when a cost recovery based on. I feel, say, now more of money making in a very clever way. Then they can't try for do. But if you look at all the other things that we don't highlight, the hospital like my best I worked there for about 3 years. I remember when they do them working there at the ward, at the hospital there, because I do about 3 years. When the patient then they come, if they no stay in a village, it come on, who they not get? That then they get Dr. Fernando, who have been the surgeon. Then they get Dr. Richard, who are the pa. And they may get Brother Goni. Brother Goni, they make the medicine them, pharmaceutical, very good medicine there. Then they bring them in. Then they actually give them, not to free no more, but they were actually cost recovery. Somebody sick, he get emergency sick, we come on a village, and they see them, they treat them. The money business, why them bring ourselves later, I feel saying at the tax, then with them they try for do a 15 there now just for cover. But basically anybody they able to get in basic day. He can't high clinic back. Go do back another 7 months. The way I work before I left Lucia, I would have run pull me there now. They back. Now the same Emo Baptist Church they do. Oh, everything was cost recovered. And they bring surgeons, then they can do surgery of cataract and do everything. Look at what they call the mass ship. When I come Gambia back, when I run come na Gambia after that war day, then me just scan the very year day. I go back na the ship. I do voluntary work day back. I know what them they do now free treatment and be don't can salon. So in other words, I don't get the experience of waiting then they talk of charity and people who they aim for help primarily. Take go to the church way help for give me the money where I'll get the ticket for come finally in a lighthouse who be based in Gambia. Then say bring people and back. Then come for can help and treat. Free. So free. But the idea is that when they do them free tier, the idea where government get for the ask them, then get one thing, like people come over, see now. Then they say, una pay for una ticket. Una they contribute. When una go there, we go give una food. Then they organize that kind of thing there. Wouldn't they go? And I saw massive ship they do. Massive ship, all the people who say that ship all them they do, and they pay part of just like a flight or part of the ship going. Everything else, and they find donor agents and combine, find all sort of surgery, plastic surgeons, and then bring them come. So when they can do work, they decide they go free. What they can left safe, they can even plant something at the place there. If now hospital or something, a police station or that thing. Why an officer they're not able to do in a salon? Because person not able to intervene. But massive ship can cancel, they can do that one day. Because then go Gambia, then build them police station before they left that and then burn out for them. Apart from the health, even the community center. But this I always they try for remind leaders them. Sometimes let them try to be checking, like how you they go Twitter today, so you go check, you look information, you try for know this. Let not just they sit down no more on WhatsApp group. Let them they stretch out their arms. There are things they can able for no more. You can then obviously find out all these things. Instead of they just they look till everybody they go fret the street for nothing no more. For because of football, because people are not they do what they get for do or find out what to get for do, what to get for do, what to not do. But these are the things I remember say any charity will come, no find out what in on a primary aim. Yeah, thank you very much for giving me the platform. I'm your contribution. That
all right, thank you very much, Usman. Thank you.
Yeah, God bless you. Yeah, God bless you.
Yes, call ID live on here. You name and who side the call from?
Patricia, the call from Buffalo, New York.
Yes, Patricia. What's in your contribution?
Most time we listen is like people like blind about most thing about Sierra Leone and how they get for understand. And it don't always some of it don't let salon. But what can I say for this hospital here? So I know one day go there, but I get people the way they don't go there and people the way they related to me back. That hospital there is very, very expensive. Then as the third person say no more go church land, the only thing that money man hospital, that's what then they say. And I know I support them three guys the way they can, all what them put on the table. I think it's not the right thing where them put. Because it's like what so every year in June, for the raise Naya money for that kind of organization and they forgot 3 people that free in a salon. After they talk to you so now, we'll get a branch in Akono where they call Jericho Road, when our hospital where they build it. People then they go there, I think 30 leons or 30,000, something like that. Then they pay. When they even do any surgery pan them, where then the doctors then are from here, then they come out and they go there. Almost every other month. When that thing and they go see a charity thing. But you know, go later on a hospital, even in one friend where they work there. At one time he's sick. He can't afford on and can't go to that hospital today. Where they not saying America, yeah, where the money they come out. I think she was paying more than $50 a night. Past the doctors and I talk say no, make he come out the buy tickets for make he can for take treatment. So I don't think so. Then they are for the poor people there. Then they for their young self interest for what they get from salon. I think say people that get for open and dig more about them, follow know more about them as then guys and say that nobody say okay then kind organization they didn't salon it run right now. I think they can't open another branch back now other side. But it is right now as I talk to Jericho Road. You go there to get free treatment, and that's what I go say. Because you pay 30,000 or how much. If you not get said, they not will let you for like what is equal. Now that's they help for the people. But you never go tossing they pay $50 a night, not to poor man hospital down there for salon standard. So I think they get for dig them more for no more. Now that's no more they say.
Thank you very much, Patricia.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, caller, ID live on here. You name and who side the call from?
My name is Falasa. I call from London.
Yes, Falasa, you get a platform.
Oh my God. This hospital, now, my sister died. It cost me $2,000 just for 7 hours. Oh my God. You see, now profitable organization because the government, they are aware of what they do. They are aware. Some of the ministers or the parliamentarians, they get free medication. How long this hospital don't learn at that country? From Pakaba in time. And this hospital don't they? This hospital will not take 5 years. Okay, let's forget about that first. Come to the land who said and get the hospital. Because a vast land and they want to say they pay money for that land they say put in the property where they did. Listen, this is the government again you share it. Until they just begin to explain, wait. More things they come out. More explanation therefore come out. How do they run that kind of thing and the government not do check on them? And how they do check on them? Somebody will pay $2,000 or $1,000, $100 before they pay NRA. You want to say that not free? And the government want to tell me say they're not aware of the people the way they go there and they pay money. They're aware. What are the press release in the pool? How many years then people in the one? It's more than 10, 15 years. When they go to that country, they don't know they make money. What about some of the people that when they go there, they go to it and they talk to this money and they pay. But they're left with they just begin to talk. You see the minister, you see anybody talk? Nobody they talk. Now today they begin to operate, say. We got a salon suite here.
All right, thank you.
When they go for milk, we the poor one and they again. Go to that hospital, they pay $500, $200. Then they say in Leone, so in dollars when they tell you. You want to tell me say the government don't know that? You want to tell me say they pay NRA? We've got a lot too much here.
All right, thank you very much, Falasewa.
Thank you for your platform.
Yeah. Yes, caller, I did live on here. Your name and who call from?
Yeah, good evening. My name is Alajiba. I call from London.
Yes, Alajiba. What's in your contribution?
Me just want, add to waiting on the discuss here this evening. With regards to the statement with them poll, me just to say, this not to the first time, right? We country with politicians and therefore go back and look into things that we didn't do. Because, for instance, like me, daddy be admitted in this hospital in 2015, right? And pan a statement and talk say then they provide free service for poor people them or people and pay at a normal cost. Me no say when me daddy be admit they will pay like $100 every night. They admit there for 2 weeks, and even the prescription where even they get on a daily basis over 500 to 600,000 on a daily basis. And sometimes they say to you, you get the medicine just not in pharmacy inside Choithram there. Luckily enough, my sister and a medical person, so like some of the medicine they were able to get them from other pharmacies then. But on a daily basis, we spend over 500 to 600,000 just on medicine. Unfortunately, we'll be lost with daddy. We think, he did it for 2 weeks, but we spent over 25 million leones, right? So for making the Pulenka statement there, the talking canteen there, not only embarrassing for the politicians them, but for go back and look at the people that they give them, where they permits them people there for build and run them kind, hospital or them kind of organization there in our country. We're not for to blame them because then come now we young politicians or we young people them open the doors them for them. So for make them they release that kind of statement there, some of who they see them kind of thing there is just painful and hurtful, That's my contribution.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who call from?
Yes, people, my name is Thomas. I call from Columbus, Ohio.
Thomas, your background look noisy. I don't know if my headphone you use, but you get some crack sound.
Yeah, I'll be listening with the Bluetooth, but without disconnecting. Right, directly. Yeah, I just listen this thing. It just sounds so funny to me for that. Choithram claims say then a charitable company in Sierra Leone itself. The name itself, Choithram, when you say that in Sierra Leone, now with the affluent people there, like that's just plain and simple. Let's just put that now with it. But again, the time when you look at now the information aspect of it, like I think one of the people that will lead the platform, they raise that concern. They say the government needs to inform the people of Sierra Leone of certain things the way they fail. Not to blame any government. This is something we don't go on, but we know about itself. And then just they left we the population in the dark of certain things the way they make people they get away with things there. It's so disheartening. Like the last caller just tell you say it's spending up to 25 million euros for 2 weeks for in Dadi, the hospital. Tell me if that is a cost recovery for 2 weeks illness. Nobody would defend that. At the best possible anywhere in the world, if 25 million leons now a cost recovery cost for medical cost, even America where medical bill very, 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 very expensive. You know what tell me that cost recovery cost standing. But like I said, the information part, the government, they know they sign things then with them people there, they keep quiet, they inform the public. Now who stands way they don't ever tell the public say Choithram now a charitable company or now a charitable facility until now. You know, we leaders they really don't feel it, and we need to look into them thing there. But the reason also now that like number we are calling say they know they inform with the people then. Somebody give me one analogy where it say we make Africa they continue for suffer. They say because the leader they know say when they develop the human capacity, then the people they begin demand more. It says like for example, if you take somebody where they live now bay, you get a job, and they go work every day. The next thing they do, they buy television, and they know say they not get light. Now they begin to request light. Then if they continue for the work, and they buy motor car, now they know say the road for go down bay not fine, and they begin to request work, good road. It says so the leader they know that, so deliberately they continue for keep the people in the dark, so the people are not go demand waiting due them. Now the thing the cost they have a problem there. Choithram, charitable, no, I beg, let not say we done it today. Yeah. People don't spend too much at that place. So man go vex. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, caller, you did live on here. You name and who side you call from?
Yes, this is Janet Mathamusa. I call from London.
Yes, Janet. What's in your contribution today?
You know, I just read the press release where the Choithram Hospital sent out, and I think to say themselves they're aware, say there has been some kind of misinformation, information we misleading in the sense of the word charitable, because if the MVP not been can talk say the hospital now charitable hospital, and the way they charge people, when they say the hospital is charitable, we have to be clear. It doesn't mean that it has to be free through and through. It simply means that they will charge, but at a minimal level. We're going to make the poor people that within the country go able to afford for use the facility. So going forward now, we don't know now say yes, they don't get a free exemption from tax. You know, haven't said that this hospital now charitable hospital, when in actual fact it is an expensive hospital. What in the government need for doing now for go looking back, because it's a new government, whether this government can now go into this Choithram hospital, their affairs, and say whether they've operated for the last 5 or 10 years, they are going to be paying tax for all the people, all the money where they don't charge in that country. That's what I would love to see, because there is here a misrepresentation. Choithram don't charge with people. The callers, I don't listen to them very carefully, and a lot of people are aggrieved just knowing that this hospital was set up to help people. Well, like I said, it's not going to be totally free, but affordable. You know, in a way that, you know, say yes, if I go here, Usai private hospital, they cost 20,000, you know, they go pay, I go end up for pay 10,000 or 5,000, you know, because it's a charitable hospital. We got to understand, say, the charitable hospital, it depends on donors. If they not get donors, then when they fund the hospital go fall through. Therefore, they therefore charge small money for keep the hospital going. So for me, what I would suggest now, going forward, to all Sierra Leoneans, we feel aggrieved by this hospital, now for begin make noise now for tell government say, let us go back into Choithram, the affairs, check the tax exemption, and they get for forfeits and tax exemption. They get for pay all the money where they not be don't pay inside the last 10, 15 years. That's what I would say. You know, thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you. Yes, caller, I did live on here. You name and who side you call from?
Yeah, I said to what you call from New York. Regarding charity, first of all, I guess we all understand what you mean by charitable organization. It's basically the same as non-profit, meaning you cannot make profit out of it. You should also be worrying about, the basic needs of others. My main reason for call today is when these people are mentioning that, then they run a camp or conduct some awareness that needs to go on, in the country. The reason for those health fairs or those screening that's going on every in certain months, for example, colon cancer. Then they run that program day in March, not only in their organization, but all around the world. And while you're doing that, you want to detect the problem at the early stage, and then it prevent either cost of health care, and also it also helps to treat the patient, at the early stage, prevent disease complications or metastasis, for example, which is like the disease don't spread to another part of the body. And then like right now, we have a breast cancer awareness month, which is October. So, you'd encourage patients, to do early mammogram screening when they're at the age of 40. And also you'd encourage them to do a breast self-exam. So these are the places that you're going to educate the general public about what they need to do for take charge of their own health instead of waiting until when they start developing symptoms before they present at the hospital. So let them not use these words like as if they know what they're doing. This is being done all over around the world. So maybe if they need to see what is out there in the World Health Organization, what are some of the guidelines for, for healthy people 2020, for healthy people 2030, for example. So we also become a bit wise that, India man, yes, it ended a salon for a very long time. They want to get out of everything within they do, right? We have a lot of them with our doctors, so they want to open their own practice. And then going back in terms of, who are for pay and who are not for pay, for example, I work now like a health hospital way now like a city. Right? So when you come, then they ask you based on your income. If you need to make income, then they charge you about $15 for all the services down within the offer. But if you get insurance, then they bill you insurance. So let them be open to the public until we say, okay, fine, this is what we're doing. If you're not able to afford, this is what we're going to, there's a fee scale, which is standard for everybody as long as they meet, let's say their income now less than, 100, for example. I'm just making this up, but I'm just saying based on your income, you pay that. But if you have above that, then you need to make, your insurance or you can pay yourself. But they shouldn't come and fool in the public, as if, Sierra Leone is just there for them to come and dig a gold that, they don't have. Right? And they need to be fair to the general public in terms of being honest about what they are doing and how they want to help others. Right? Many times I believe where is sick, Mrs. Tadite. I don't know exactly how much they pay, but because, we all the chip in, so it make things easier, we know they ask, right? How much it's cost and so forth. But they have to be honest. And I think Sierra Leoneans, we need to be wise. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Yes, caller, I did live on here. You name and who side you call from?
Hello, my name is Gugiato. I call from Norway.
Yes, Gugiato, you get a platform.
Yeah, my own contribution. I don't listen to all the callers and we don't call. Each and every one of them makes sense. We eating and they talk. But like we want caller pick on says the government, because the government when the people encounter them, they offer land, give the people them. They know the purpose of waiting the people encounter for. if not for charity or not for make people and pay. They know the purpose of within the people and can probably say, like where this vice president son can say, okay, this hospital a charity hospital. I believe in the duty of the government for to inform the people and from the one. At least one don't put on a responsibility down there. If we're not able to see anything where people and for able benefits par within the country now, on duty down there for make the people know about that. Because listen, one lady will say then get hospital then back then get one hospital now this corner where at least people in the pay but more cheaper, like 30,000, even if you not get and you no go left you go so. So if not the same way they were also said be the operative will be much better. But when you listen to the comments of the way people in the writes on Facebook, with the callers and we don't call, look like where Tony say like every day like $50. Another caller said like if they use more than the past $50 safe way for pay for day, and which is expensive. Down there they show we say since then they been at the country where they go on, but like we are talking ayo talk not true. I don't believe say them people are so then go can say for can do charity. Waiting make them change. Waiting they beyond that we make them change. Because like when you can always talk about this patriotic salon people in. I don't know. Maybe something they and like we one other call back talker. This is a new government. I believe say they safe, may they safe investigate, may they know waiting at the problem of this hospital. Waiting cause this year, so we lead to this dollar business. So where it's so expensive. So you wanna say charity, they go over $50 for day, which is expensive. Now this is not the problem. Like the people and waiting at the country wait for help. The one they waited before, they're not loyal to the people, and which is bad. Which is bad. How people then they say aware, you they aware, but see una way for make people aware, una not they give the people and the right information. It's so difficult. So but look what they talk on. May these governments can and new governments, yes, may them try for can investigate, make we know more, may them come with more press release, make we know who side the thing starts. Wait till make it be like I be so. Now then they no more get photo, but Tripoli, the one they waited before then they fail the people, and then they fail the people, and maybe.
All right.
They talk with the wait, see where they investigate, we go yagi more. So now then no more now with the wait for waiting cause that and if you contribution and it's equally.
Thank you very much. We'll get to. Thank you. Yes, caller, ID live on here. You name and who side the call from?
Yeah, my name is Abraham. I call from New Jersey.
Yes, Abraham, I get the platform.
Yeah, I think I'll thank you for the forum. This one, what me go say, because me I get all the details. No know if not the charity or not, so I don't go into that. But the two things that I want me to say is one, as few callers and don't say, and myself I can attest to that because I've been getting family member who now we all in here, we go free to a couple of years ago, we been sick. Now they even go. It's expensive, as all man say. $100 a night, we know that one day because we know it to be paid. So then they will establish that they are expensive. But then they again will come back to the authorities, they're moving there. The term they established like 10 or so, almost years ago, I don't know how long. Now then cause all the one and all until I make we get parliament for them do the oversight duties them. Now they work all the while. What them for they do? But they're expensive. Then on one side. Then on the other side again, we not for forget. Enough for loss on all of we. We know say they're expensive. People need to die all and in it. But for no say health care na expensive venture. I not care which country we dey. Health care expensive. That we not for forget. So now which we always talking at this program, at the can't and back. We get for fix. We own country. Now the healthcare field, transportation, infrastructure, education, we get for fix the country all inside in there. Because if we fix we own country, we not go above too much to foreigners them for can provide certain service. We get for fix, especially the health. Although it will take time, but we get for do investment, fix them, so that we not go there at the mercy of foreigners. Because hospital will not say, they are profit making. all over, they are profit making. So now we get for fix the country. Now the only time we will get out of all them problems here we'll get. But for now, we don't know what to do. But it's difficult anyway. So let's continue for listening, like the other people in chance. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Brahma.
Okay, thanks. Okay.
I think, say, from Usman Tholi to Brahma, everybody don't make the points clear. And I just want to draw your attention, saying when this thing begin, and everybody begin call for ACC, say they need Ben Kefala, the commissioner of ACC, they need. So instead of go on Twitter and tweet, he say, Choithram now one party foreign business them, we don't take advantage of the poor, the poverty within a salon. And in that light, they try for make money based on promises them where they're not able for keep or where they not ever keep. What's in them promises there? It's 80 to 90% of the thing the way they do, they make for the government, and now the government give them boku acre of land outside them build the hospital right now. And what's in them promise here? Free accommodation, free food, and free services we they not keep. So if una become na salon, una can promise free accommodation, free food, free services, and the government in turn give una heleba acre of land. Now one part the prestigious place them on a hill station. Well, no wonder with the hospital, now for the prestige, now for the razzmatazz them. Maybe if na don krube, government be don't give them for go bill. So tell them for be understand say, them be promise free food, free services, and free accommodation. That's not according to the tweet where the commissioner of anti-corruption tweet. So now, what's next? In don't tell we say, now one business, foreign business, will take advantage of the poor, the populi poor with salon lek for make. That's that. Now so we call them. Salon we want for make poor. We want for tell the world say we poor. We want for show the world say we are poor. Are we really poor? Or na mismanagement and corruption na make with the pampones, if that's a correct word for use. Eh? So what's next for the anti-corruption boss? People then don't call, some man don't suggest the next option. Audits. For say, all this money where they don't they make. Then put them back into the business with salon standard. Then they charge from $50 to $100 for bed for night with salon standard. Is it a non-profit? What thing come to mind? Now that may be the question. And beaucoup people they say, as you hear the name Choithram, you hear expensive money. So for make them can tell we say today, they can do free screening. So even the screening self then they do they expect people for payback. Just like how that caller tell we. Most of we waiting at the West, we know it's in a free screening. Yes? Even me, I get text the other day on my phone for saying they do free screening of certain things them. So if I want to be a part, So it's not new. Not to one world class thing where they do way. But again, Naimi can be asked Mustafa why. Say the press release with them pull. We didn't try for play with words there. Say the name Nai the vice president from India just mistake, then regret. But now a foundation now he set up that hospital there. And not to salon no more than they. Now India then call them charity hospital. Now salon then call them memorial hospital. And not to the hospital no more. So now it make we wonder the supermarket we then get, Choithram. A link with the hospital, on adjust the name. If you link with the hospital, within the file amas. Now like food bank, where they provide cheap services for the people, cheap food. Because if the anti-corruption boss tell we say, among the things that we make them give them that free land, it gets for do with free food, free accommodation, and free services. So, what do we think? The coming days, we want to see anti-corruption at work. We want to see the Auditor General them at work. This is not say because it's a foreign business, but no, because if then they operate in Sierra Leone as a charitable organization, where they don't go under the radar now, over the radar now, any kind way where they hide, make the radar not catch them. Maybe now then go to sit down, they wonder say, if we know save this vice president in no council alone. Because now the vice president come, look the exposure will take place. Like I said, we don't want for make the vice president, he say, well maybe they need health care, make we help them this and that. He say, oh no, they have Choithram. Because the vice president tweet say, then they do commendable work, work we for glad for clap for them for. By way of manner, wherein they provide free health care service to the poor and needy. Which poor and needy we don't go na Choithram, we get a free health care. Instead, then tell we say na the screening we then can do for diabetic people them. Again, I ask say, let them give we history of the one that wouldn't be don't do. Because then tell we say then they count 1, November 7 and 8. But tell we also will come off us. So we other one that won't be don't do, we are free. So, what do you think? With all waiting everybody don't say tonight or in the afternoon, depending on who say you day, waiting you take out of it. You still believe say Choithram na non-profit or Choithram is in Sierra Leone to make profit in a disguise that they are there to offer discounted prices. Because now they didn't tell we, they say they can even offer discounted prices. Who that one day they don't go there and say this is not $100, but they go give you $10 or $50, 50% safe. Every caller after caller don't tell we how expensive it be. Every caller after caller. So we don't go left them back say ladies pass or say because the vice president can promise we 1,000 metric tons of rice and all these $30 million loan and all these things then so say we left them. No. If them be done the cheat we. Let we show them say we know the joke. It's not business as usual. Let we go back into time. If them be done they owe it, they don't they balance NRA, they not be they pay them fair share with all in thousands of dollars the way they collect they need to pay up. If fine for this, if they need for fine them. Even though that one they know for well we party business with them. But if them be done they cheat the system, definitely the system for fight back. I mean, they get to a conversation with somebody where they go all around, they like talk in favor of Choithram, say medical not free. We all know say not free. Enough free. But no can tell me say, give me this, I go render you then kind of service here, free, then at the end of the day, you can be the most expensive. So, if it's not business as usual, let them pay their fair share. Let we go back into time. Back into time. Make them pay we. Waiting all until the way they don't balance reaper. And a day, the books then come into play for audit. The need for come at the table and explain to we. The need for go to parliament and explain to parliament. What thing happen? You not go say because it don't say we just left and for slide. No. These are all the broken system. These are all the broken system who get us alone. So if we can correct them now, why not now? And that rush with the rush, pull them press release. And nothing say them be thinking twice. Or then just feel say we could just accept and done with that. Today, we see the power of social media. Now, social media make we they get this particular conversation right now. And are the good aspects of them. These are the things that we want to see. We for bring our attention to people and way that flout the things that we for better alone. If not charity, let it be charity. If not to charity, then not to charity. If it be say, government be given that land for make them build hospital, waiting to be the original agreement. Well, then let we revisit. Waiting change along the line. Let we revisit. Is it because some of like people in the claim say allegedly some of the stakeholders, them parliamentarian or this or that or then go then they get free of charge service? Eh? Because we know boku other hospital them we I be done them na ya. Eh? Mabesene o, Holy Spirit o, Sarola o. Yes, you they pay, but you already know say then one and they as their name then they come up na charity. Even some Muslim agencies hospital Adra. We didn't come up, you already know. We didn't say Choithram. Who that Choithram don't give discounted price? Who that Choithram don't give free of course? How they gonna say you not poor person? You not able to make them. What in they look at? What in a which scale? Who that one day they ask for your paycheck? For me they know how poor you be or how rich you be. So, we need the government of Salone. This will not the left and so. We need the government, parliament, everybody, and even Ministry of Information. We then write another letter say charitable, Choithram Charity Hospital. That's what they call them. Even though Choithram on the website is Choithram Memorial Hospital. So if now with the communication, then be the girl with the one they wait for coming in there say, oh, we'll go like for visit Choithram Charity Hospital. Then say just take the name. You don't even question back say, wait to Choithram, is it a charity hospital? So now, we don't know where I say charity or no charity. If them be done the balance NRA, not for pay them fair share of the tax of all the money they owe them they complete. My dear, let them ready to pay up. They then ready for pay up. And if not safe, the rentage for that land they will not get it again. Let them pay. Yes, we go get boku money. And now one day, the India government, not for coming, between we, the government of Salone, and Choithram. If now then government send them out and get way out, then they get waiver and everything, well, let me show them how the laws of the land can work. Because these are the things we go make investors want to come in like, oh, that's why if you flout them, or that's why if you do this, you do that, you they pay back. Now they show how rigid we be. But now for council just not say because the vice president don't promise a lot of things and say, okay, well, all left them from now going further. No, we don't want from now going further. We want to go back into time for teach them lesson. Again, if now we misunderstand, for say them, not to, they're not getting nothing for do charity, that's fine. Let's carry on. Then let them just explain themselves to the Vice President of India. Say, no, we that's alone, we not to charity to do. But based on what they say, now the press release, say they can give free services. I repeat, we want to see them people in there. Where they get free services from Choithram. Now I go lock today on program. We go there back tomorrow. Till we meet again, Skipule say, Tata.